Welcome to this explainer. You know, we live in a modern world that literally begs us to overshare. We're constantly told to speak up and broadcast everything. But today, we're unpacking a truly counterintuitive concept. What if divine silence isn't a restriction at all, but actually a powerful tool for your protection? We're going to explore the 7 secrets this text argues God demands you keep completely to yourself. So this brings up a pretty massive question right out of the gate. Why does God demand silence? According to the source material, it's definitely not because God is trying to hide something from you. Rather, it's about protection. Telling the wrong person at the wrong time can actually delay your blessings, attack your peace, or even completely destroy what is actively being built in your life behind the scenes. We're looking at a huge cultural clash here. On one side, we have what we could call the modern urge. That's that overwhelming instinct to just overshare, right? To instantly post our wins, seek validation before the ink is even dry, or, let's be honest, post a photo of our morning coffee before we've even taken a sip. But on the flip side, the text outlines the biblical approach. This approach advocates for practicing strategic silence and seeking God's counsel way before you ever seek public validation. To make this easy to digest, we've synthesized these 7 secrets into 3 distinct stages for our roadmap today. First, guarding unfinished works. Second, protecting your vulnerabilities. And third, the humility of action. Let's dive right into section 1, guarding unfinished works, which is all about protecting the future. Within this first category, the source highlights 3 specific secrets we need to fiercely guard. Those are our God-given dreams, our blessings that are currently still in progress, and our unacted plans. The text offers an incredibly vivid metaphor for this that just makes so much sense. It says a promise is like a seed buried beneath the soil. It literally needs time to grow in the dark, in complete silence. The argument here is that if these early stage works are dug up and exposed too early, well, the harsh elements of doubt, criticism, and jealousy from other people can completely destroy them before they even have a chance to sprout. When it comes to our dreams, the text anchors this concept in the biblical story of Joseph. Joseph was given these prophetic dreams of rising to authority, but he excitedly shared them with his brothers way too early. And the result? Their jealousy turned into absolute hatred, and they sold him into slavery. This ancient wisdom suggests that, hey, the dream itself wasn't the problem. Sharing it before the right time, that was the issue. And this exact same logic applies to incomplete blessings. The book of Ecclesiastes reminds us there is a time for silence and a time to speak. I mean, not every single open door needs an immediate announcement on social media. The argument is that speaking too soon about a blessing that's still in progress just invites unnecessary pressure, opposition, and doubt before the timing is actually right. We see this pattern again with unacted plans. Constantly talking about what you are going to do actually drains your focus. Instead of announcing every single move and inviting a whole chorus of unnecessary opinions, this proverb suggests we should spend much more time praying than explaining. Ultimately, you just have to let your actions speak louder than your words. Okay, let's shift gears to section 2, protecting your vulnerabilities. This is all about the internal landscape. When looking inward, the text tells us we're dealing with 2 highly sensitive secrets, our spiritual battles and our deep personal weaknesses. What's absolutely fascinating about this approach to spiritual warfare is the example of Jesus himself. The text details how he frequently withdrew to lonely, quiet places to pray when he was facing his greatest trials. He didn't go out and crowdsource the crowd's opinion on his struggles. He sought the Father's strength. Looking at this through a biblical lens, it means some battles are just meant to be won on your knees in private, long before they're ever spoken about with your lips. And the same holds true for our deep weaknesses. Now, honesty is an amazing virtue, for sure, but the warning here is stark. Not everyone deserves front-row access to your deepest struggles. If you expose them to the wrong people, they might misunderstand you, judge you, or worst of all, weaponize those very vulnerabilities against you. This brings us to section 3, the humility of action, which focuses on the external. In this final external category, the last 2 secrets are the physical manifestations of your faith, specifically your good deeds and your answered prayers. When it comes to good deeds, the teaching in Matthew chapter 6 argues that serving quietly yields a far greater spiritual reward. The source claims that if your goal is merely public applause, well, you'll probably get that fleeting validation. But by doing so, you completely miss out on the greater, unseen reward that's meant for you. And regarding answered prayers, there is a super interesting detail highlighted in the text. Even Jesus frequently told the people he healed to, quote, tell no one. Why would he do that? Well, it all comes down to timing. He was protecting the answered prayer from the crowd's jealousy and doubt until the absolute right moment arrived for them to testify. So let's pull all this data together and map out the clear cause and effect patterns the source lays out. Sharing dreams too early, that leads directly to jealousy, whereas strategic silence allows for uninterrupted growth. Exposing internal battles invites judgment, but silence brings divine strength. And finally, announcing unacted plans just drains your focus, but keeping them quiet results in established steps. It is a brilliant summary of the real cost of oversharing. Which brings us right to our conclusion, the true purpose of waiting. If you take away just one thing from this explainer, let it be this core takeaway. Divine silence is not a restriction. It is a powerful shield. When you feel instructed to be quiet, the text argues it is never, ever to hold you back. It is strictly to protect what is being prepared for you behind the scenes. Which leaves us with this highly provocative question to chew on. Are you sacrificing your greatest blessings just for an audience? In an age of constant broadcasting, sometimes the absolute strongest thing you can do is simply stay quiet.